All right, hello. I'm Nick Gates, and this is an instructional presentation on how to tie a four-in-hand tie knot. It is imperative to dress professionally for the job you have and the one you want. Could you imagine showing up to an interview in a shirt and jeans? A well-dressed and professional man presents himself to his employer in business attire. This attire includes a suit and tie. The tie is a critical part to men's formal wear and can be tricky to assemble. When I first hit a job interview, I struggled to even tie the most basic of knots, such as this. After a few more interviews, I finally understood how to tie a tie without having to watch an instructional YouTube video. The knowledge better improved my life, and I'm excited to share it with you all. So for this knot, you will need a collared shirt and a standard men's tie, as pictured in the slide. The four-in-hand tie knot is the most simplistic way to achieve a quality look with your tie. It is perfect for beginners, and we'll go over how to tie this tie and this knot now. And as you'll see in the slide is a finished image of what the four-in-hand knot will look like. The first step in the process of tying a four-in-hand tie knot is to fold the collar of your shirt in an upwards position and place the tie around the back of your neck with the wide end to the right. Ensure the wide end is 12 inches lower than the thin end of the tie. If you reverse this order, the tie will be too short upon completion. The next step of the process is to cross the wide end over the narrow end. After you do this, ensure you use your index finger and thumb to hold the fold in place throughout the entirety of the tying process. Ensure the fold over happens near your neckline. If the fold over happens in a lower position, the knot will either not tie or the knot will be in too low of a position. The next step in the process is to wrap the wide end behind the narrow end as shown in the figure. Ensure this wraparound occurs near your neckline. What this accomplishes is it creates a gap between your neck and the folded tie. Again, like in the previous step, a wraparound in a lower position will result in an untieable knot, or the knot will be in too low of a position. After you've created the gap between your neck and the tie, you will then take the wide end and push it through the gap. This creates a loop in front of your tie. After you've created the loop in front of your tie in the previous step, take the wide end, which should now be by your face, and put it through the front loop. Once you push the wide end through the loop, you may loosen your index finger and thumb, but ensure you do not completely let go. The final step of the process is to remove your index finger and thumb and then pull the formed knot tight by holding on to the knot and pulling the wide end down. Once you do this, it should create the final product that you saw in one of the first slides, and it should look like this in the image on the slide. So doing this should bring the knot up to your neckline as well, and the wide end should rest at your belt line upon completion. Professionalism is very important in the workplace. With this guide, you should be able to be better suited to dress for the job you have and the job you want. So thank you for listening, and remember to dress for success.